It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Cincinnati Bengals. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. First down, here's Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Check 55 to mine. Check 55 to mine. Got you, boy.
After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Slant pass to Boyd. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A first carry for the former Oklahoma Sooner, Joe Mixon. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
He's crossing. He's checking crossing.
Now they run with Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 30.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. On second down, here's the option. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Silver, silver.
On second down, here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
Right here, right here.
From the gun to give to Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
With a first down carry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Bengals. First and 10 at the 20.
Burrow now off the bootleg. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tend to ball boy. Get that one out of the road.
He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Randy Bullock to kick off for.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
throwing here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And it's second down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll have a first down past the 40. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Now back to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. The quick throw complete into the flat out left. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Running is Jacobs. Runs over it. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Bengals drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's taken in by Higgins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the out.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown.
Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Daniel Carlson on 4th.
Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And now it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. 44, Mike, 44.
Now Burrow. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. On third down, Burrow. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
He's tackled at the
Tony Brown there on the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a carry for Jacobs. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The Bengals with 2 extra DBs. A nickel look on 3rd.
Blanket in the passing lanes.
They'll set up a throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Las Vegas.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
This is it! This is it!
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Bullock's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
To kick off for Cincinnati.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. He'll let this go deep for... That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
6 guard, check 6 guard. Check. Spy.
It's Mixon on the counter, and he stopped immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Okay, ready? Check 55. Watch one. Cowboy 80. Kill.
Now Joe Mixon. Levante David in on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they go play action now. Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run the counter. Mixon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Man. These guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Here's a run with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it, and he's brought down. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. They run it with Jacobs. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now here's Ross. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Mixon. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45.
44-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. The 19, Mike. Let's make these babies cry.
Burrow looking to pass. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will make this a 4-point game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
And it's third down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Ross on the return. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Now it's Burrow going deep downfield for Ross. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Counter play with Jacobs. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
57, Mike 57. Hey, check. 57's the mark. Mark 57. Here we go. Undercut.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. To throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, dude.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 47. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
2nd and 8 at the 15-yard line. This,
in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Let's go, 950. 950. Here we go.
Again, it's Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
At the 17-yard line.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They run for it with Mixon. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line.
Bengals 32.
So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least one play.
The kickoff for the Raiders.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot